Hey y'all, it's your girl Ebony Nicole. How are you doing? I'm good. So I wanted to tell you guys how I married a man that I later found out was actually schizophrenic. No, he did not tell me previously. I didn't see the signs before. So how did I end up there? Okay, so I knew Terry from school, from high school. He was a great basketball player. He was one of the best ones that I remember. He wasn't tall at all. He was like 5'7", 5'8", 5'8", something like that. And I just knew him from school. Not well, but I knew him. So fast forward, God, what, 20 years? And um, I run into him at the Dodger store in my city, which I should have been dodging, but I didn't know at the time. Give me some grace, y'all. And he just spoke. He was like, "Hey, how you doing? Blah blah blah. Hey, you're so pretty. Thank you, thank you." And he was like, "I want to give you my number. I would love to take you out." And I said, "Okay." I took his number, whatever. If y'all know me, you know I absolutely had no intentions of calling this man. So before he left, he said, "Nah, let me get your number because you look like you're not gonna call me." And wasn't. And so I was like, okay. So I gave him my number, whatever. And I said, "You don't remember me?" He said, "I don't remember you." I said, "Okay, well, it's fine. That's fine." I said, "I was quiet. I was the church girl. A lot of people didn't know me. It's all good." So I noticed that he had on a velour tracksuit, and it was summer, but I didn't think nothing of it. I saw the suit, but when I described to my sisters and them later on, they had a suit on. My sister was like, "Are you sure about this? A velour suit, velvet looking. What is going on here?" Okay, no worries. So we go on. We're dating, having a great time. He was good with the kids. He was funny. We had a lot of fun. My fast tail ends up getting pregnant like by month 2 or 3 or something like that. And everything is still going good. We're good. We're hanging out. We're having fun. I'm working. He was retired military or something like that. But what was driving me crazy was the last name that I knew of him in school. He wasn't carrying that last name now. He was like, "Well, no, I never accepted I was supposed to be adopted, but I never accepted it. So I'm going back by what my original name was on my birth certificate." I said, "Oh, okay, that's fine." So life is good. We're chilling and everything. So my best friend at the time, I'm describing to her who he is and whatever, and how we're hanging out. And then I started noticing crazy stuff. Like when I would call him or talk to him, sometimes his voice would be different. I'm like, "What's wrong with you, Terry? Why do you sound like that?" He was sounding like, "Hey, how you doing?" Like, and I thought he was playing games with me. I had no idea this was a personality. And then one day he would be talking about his high school days and how he played ball and all this other stuff. And I was like, I'm thinking, what is going on? I'm so oblivious because I have no idea. I've never dealt with anybody like this. And then, he calls his mom and she gets on the phone. She said, "Oh my God, he's so happy now. You make him so happy. I've never seen him so happy." And all of that. And I was like, okay. And I'm thinking, am I missing something? But life goes on. I'm pregnant, months in, and he's like, "Hey, the helicopters are following us. I'm gonna need you to dodge into this down this road right here because I don't want Jesse Jackson to know what I'm doing." And I mean, it started being real crazy situations like that. And then the next day he would be fine. I had no idea what was going on. Fast forward, I introduced him to my best friend at the time. She goes, I know him." I said, "You know him?" She said, "Yeah, but his last name was different." And she told me the last name. I said, yeah, that was the last name that I knew when we were in high school. That's what he went by. And she goes, that ain't his name now. I said, no, it's not his last name. He showed me this is his. He's supposed to be adopted by a stepfather, but the adoption papers were signed. So he just adopted that name and changed it. She said, oh my God, he was in the military under this name. They were stationed in Korea together. And she was like, he was coming to work and everything, and then he had an accident. Then all of a sudden he wasn't coming to work no more. And then he got discharged because he was different. He changed. Something was wrong with him. And I said, what happened? So I got a hold to the mom finally and found out that he got injured over in the military over in Korea. He was somewhere where he wasn't supposed to be. And he and his friend was attacked by the police. And then when he was attacked by the police, instantly, when they hit him in the head, it changed him. And it changed him to schizophrenic, in a schizophrenic mindset. And so he was on his medication. When I met him, he had been in trouble with the law, and so he was medicated. And so when we hung out the first couple of months, he was medicated. But as he started feeling better and normal with life, like he's got a family now, he felt like he didn't need his meds, and so he stopped taking them. And that's where things went downhill for us. And I tried to stay in a relationship. I tried to be there with him. But if you guys have seen some of my other previous stories, he was just doing too much. He wouldn't stay medicated. He was cheating with everybody. It was all kind of women in and out of my house, all of that kind of stuff. We went to church. He was trying to get with my friends at church. He was just doing the most, and it was just awkward, and I didn't feel safe because he was kind of violent a little bit. And so I had no clue this man was schizophrenic. So I'm going to tell you guys, take your time getting to know people. Know them in different seasons and all of that. So that's how I married a man that I didn't know was actually clinically schizophrenic.